Rickets means bone deficiency. He was teased in school as pencil-legged. Pencil-leg means bone deficiency, and this American football, you go and bang at each other, with the helmets on. All right, you just tell me, with all this, you please see, he says, I'm going to break every record of yours. If you make a decision, if you focus, I have to work on success and satisfaction, focus it with a deep decision. When you make a deep decision, then you will find it is possible. Beethoven, Helen Keller, I can go on and on. Thomas Alva Edison was half deaf. And he was one of the greatest scientists of the world. So therefore, for success, all these people had problems. But be a master of problem, not a victim problem. If you're practicing Ananda Lahari, problem is there. Wow, I have a problem now. But what is the solution now? In my book, Oh Life Relax Please, I've given this. Of lack of time, I won't quote. You will look at Honda's life. He had problem throughout Honda's life. He had problem. But the secret of Honda's success, even though you're selling to Toyota Corporation that time, the secret of Honda, in my book, Low Life, I've given this, he was always a part of a solution rather than victim to a problem. His focus was, what is the solution? What is the solution? So he was not belittled by a problem. He was inspired by a problem. So you should not be belittled by a problem. You should be inspired by a problem. And therefore, that is possible when you come from Ananda Lahari. Yes, there's a problem, but what is the solution? But what happens when there's a problem? We get whipped by a problem. A problem whips us. And what happens? A problem not only whips us, the problem connects us to another problem, to another problem, to another problem. So the history of problems comes and whips you at the time of a problem. Am I fast or are you getting it? All right. So therefore, if you come from a belief, as Honda says, I'm a part of a solution, not a victim to a problem. Whatever be the problem, what's the solution? Look out for solutions. That should be your focus. All right. Then a lot happen. For that, if you are not in a state of Ananda, all right, or else your problems contains sorrow. Every problem contains sorrow. One problem connects to another problem, connects to another problem. The book which is given to you called Looking at It Differently, I've given that example. A cab driver is driving his cab. The passenger wanted to ask him a question. He taps him on the back. And immediately the cab driver goes bazaar. Goes here, left, right, goes here, haywire. The passenger gets confused. He only patted him on the back. Fortunately, he was able to put the brake. Then, he turns back and tells the passenger, for heaven's sake, don't touch me while I'm driving the cab. The passenger said, I'm sorry, I wanted to ask you a question. The cab driver said, he cooled down and said, in fact, it's not your problem, it is my problem. Today is the first day I'm driving the cab. Today is the first day I'm driving the cab. And then he says, 25 years I've been driving a van. Now what is so big thing about it? The passenger got more confused. He's a passenger, the cab driver says, 25 years I've been driving a van. Today is the first time driving the cab. But in the van, I have been carrying dead bodies. So when you touched me, I thought some bhuta and preta touched me. I went bazaar. Now tell me, friends, did he experience the experience of patting? No. The experience of patting he did not. But his memory of being a van driver carrying dead bodies got connected. So the past polluted the present. Are you getting this? So when there's a problem to you, this problem which contains sorrow connects to another problem which contains sorrow, connects to another problem which contains sorrow. So you don't handle a single problem. The problem gets connected to the network of other problems. So unless you operate from Ananda Lahari and say, hey, my focus is what is the solution? My energies are in a solution, not towards a problem. Only then success can really happen. That amount of commitment should happen. I'll do a small game. Please kindly get up. I'm sorry, sir. Before you get up, I'll tell you to get up and I'll tell you to turn one round. I'll just tell you to go in this speed. Okay? Please get up.